I got a comment on my last video from Schwink. I'm gonna go with Schwink. Mentioning, well, he thought that this and Fatal Fury 2 were both bootleg cartridges. And I looked at them because I was like, oh, that would really fucking suck. But I gotta prove him wrong and prove myself wrong. So I've looked at these. This one you can obviously see inside. And it obviously, well, first it says SNK on the board, which isn't always, you know, someone could always replace ROMs, especially if it's a really rare game. They could write their own ROM chips and put it in another board and make a cartridge. But anyways, just looking at the kind of the layout of this board, you can still have fakes in this general layout, obviously, like I said, that have SNK boards in them even. This one's actually got a warranty sticker on the end too. But if you kind of take note of that, this one actually still has 2 EEPROM chips, which is a little scary. But I've read that some games still have EEPROM chips. Regardless, I don't like that too much, because that means that they're not as permanent as these, I would assume. But I'm going to go ahead and open this one up. My label's coming off a little bit here. And show you what the hell I mean. And then maybe we can get some gameplay. And I'll show you a couple other things that I noticed at least. Not positive if they, well, one of them is obviously not supposed to be like that, and the other one I'm guessing is not supposed to be like that. But okay. So if we crack this guy open a little bit, I'm not going to go all the way because I don't want to take my label off. Shit. We will notice it uses these small chips, and that's not right. If we look closely, this one's even kind of dirty, like it's been modified, this Intel one. I'm wondering if the pinout on it was slightly different. Oh, they actually took one pin and pushed it to the other pin, like they bridged the second to last pin and the last pin without connecting to the second to last pin solder pad. I mean, it's got jumper spots. I don't know. But anyway, what I have read on the internet is that these are MX chips. You can see kind of the big MX on them. Probably can't read it right about here. It says MX really big. Apparently they never use those, and they're also pretty cheap. So it's a big giveaway. And you can even see them through here just fine. So I didn't even really need to open that up. But here's another funky thing. There's actually 2 labels on here. This one says King of Fighters 2001, and it even has kind of a almost holographic-ness to it. But if we hold this up to the light, you can see that there's another label under it, and it says King of Fighters 2001, which is kind of funny. I don't know why there's 2 labels. Also, the one below it, if I can get this right, probably can't see quite on the end there. It says SNK under where it says whatever that development company name is. I can't remember whatever their symbol means. But yeah, it is a bootleg. And there's too many damn characters in this game for me to just remember which one it was that was screwed up. But I'll just set this down. I'm pretty sick today, which is why I sound like I'm sick, probably. Uh-oh. The video's screwed up. And you're staring at the end of my mouse. I'm shorting out. There we go. That's a little better. That was kind of scary. Okay, since I accidentally boot this up in the wrong mode, we're gonna have to get us some coins, which is a little difficult. We gotta get the green one. And $7 credits, how's that? And I got my controller up, obviously, which was a little confusing because I forgot to send it 5 volts and none of the buttons were working. And I was like, dude, I totally checked this a million times and it's wired just fine. Except for that 5 volts apparently. But, I have no idea if I can figure out which cartridge or what character I want. There we go, her. And we'll pick a hot chick. Stick it in her. And her. Gotta get the babes. Always gotta get the babes. So we'll go with her and her. I should have probably put this tripod up. In fact, we're gonna do it. Ah! Oh god, I can't pause it. I can't pause this game. Okay, if you look at her sprite, it is fucked up. It's just flat out screwed up. And yeah, that's no good. If I can do a... Nope, one-handed is not very easy. Especially when I'm staring through the camera. But anyway, obviously her sprite is fucked up, and obviously I haven't played all the characters yet. Like, these two are just fine. But I'm sure there's probably at least one more. Oh, and I forgot to mention the other thing. Let's go ahead and shut this off. And we'll turn it back on, actually. If we turn it on, it goes to the jumbled mess like normal. And then it goes directly to the King of Fighters screen. It doesn't open the Neo Geo Pro Gear spec, like, you know, splash screen. And since I don't own a proper copy of this game, I do not know if that is supposed to be that way. And I assume it's not. But if someone could clear that up, maybe they've got a copy. I don't know if Luke has a copy or not. But, yeah. So, what I'm hoping will happen here is I can get this game switched out. I sent an email to the guy that I bought this stuff from. That was an accident. I sent an email to him and said, yo, one of my games is a bootleg, but everything works alright so far. Except for that, obviously. The screwed up sprite. And he hasn't emailed me back. But I was hoping he would be really embarrassed and maybe offer me a refund or something, because I'd be up for that. But I don't know. Figure something out, or I'll just have this bootleg cart. I don't really care that much. I'm not a hardcore fighter fan or a King of Fighter fan for that matter. So anyway, that is all I wanted to show you. And next, I'll show you something else. Something else. I don't know. One of these maybe? How's that sound?